Hello beautiful souls and welcome back. Today's Pick a Card Tarot and Oracle reading is about Welcome to 2021. In front of you we have 3 different piles. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. This reading is just general advice, things to look out for, be aware of, look forward to for this upcoming year. If you like to pick your cards with crystals on top of them, each of these cards is a different crystal. So we have malachite, which I actually have right here. We have light amethyst, which is up there. And we have citrine quartz, which is what this crystal is. Please take a moment to connect with your intuition, with your higher self, and allow yourself to be drawn to a specific pile. If you are feeling drawn to more than one pile, that is perfectly okay. It may mean that your messages are spread out, or it just may mean that the universe has lots to tell you today. So again, we're going to flip these cards back over in case you want to pick without the crystals. You have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. In addition to these cards, these are all oracle cards actually. In addition to these, I will also be pulling tarot as we go. So once you have decided which pile you want to listen to today, please head down to the description box or the top pinned comment where you will find the timestamps for your specific reading. While you're there, please hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get started. So welcome to everyone who picked pile number 1 with the malachite. Malachite is an earth element stone. Its astrological correspondence is the planet of Jupiter. Malachite is a great stone for meditation and to kind of calm the mind and be a little more tranquil. I do really enjoy putting malachite or holding malachite when I feel like I need to calm myself and ground myself. And I'm really sorry if you can hear my dog snoring. Clearly he is very calm and grounded at the moment. So malachite may be a good stone for you for this upcoming year. Let's see, we've got all sorts of cards to go through. So let's just get started here. We have the card of coming to life. So this could be a year where you're really opening up and setting intentions for what you desire. With the magical map shifter, I'm sensing that this could be a year when you really take charge over what happens to you and how you want to move forward. It's less of a time to stand idly back and to observe. It is time to take action. It's time to understand your power, your strengths, your abilities, and really go for what it is that you want in life, okay? We have the No Place Like Home card and regeneration, yeah. Regeneration, rebirth is another thing that came to mind, especially again with this magical map shifter. It's you taking charge in your life, knowing that you are capable. I feel like this year for you will be one that really opens up doors. But again, you have to open the doors. This isn't going to be someone opening a door for you. This is you knowing what you want to go for and doing what you need for those doors to open. It is finding security within yourself, finding security and confidence within yourself to be able to rise up from what has happened and just push forward. Really just, yeah, like just pushing through. I'm like really feeling like, you know, the soil felt very barren, and this plant just started to push up and it worked its way through. The soil may have been rock hard, but it pushed its way through to regenerate and to just bring forth its seeds, its knowledge, its value to the next generation. And now I'm not saying like this is something like that dramatic and huge, like you're not necessarily laying the groundwork for populations to come. It's more laying the groundwork for yourself. Your work, you're busting through this tough exterior that has been the story that you've been telling yourself, and you're now emerging with this new commitment to yourself and allowing what has been inside to emerge. Okay, we have the card of Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Again, very much a strong self-confidence kind of energy. We have the Great Gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits. Soul. Tribe. So this is saying you don't have to do it alone. So making sure that, yes, you are breaking free of societal standards, but it's also, you don't have to do this yourself. You can focus on allowing others to help you and to move forward with friends and family and the community that you're choosing. Leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. Yeah. So it's, again, it's, you need to be the spark in this situation, though. You need to really be the leader for yourself. Other people can open doors for themselves. You need to open doors for yourself. And sometimes by opening the door for yourself, you are able to show others that they too are capable of so much more. I want to pull a tarot card to kind of clarify this Pillar of Light and the Great Gathering. Like, what kind of direction is this in? Is this you searching for a pillar of light, or is this you being the great light, which is bringing in this great gathering? I'm sensing like this isn't even necessarily like, you know, it's not an obvious sign that you're just gonna see this light in the distance and you go for it. It's not that kind of sign. It's something within you that's just going to break free, and I'm just wondering what's triggering it, I guess is the best way to put it. Ace of Cups. Yeah, so some new opportunity is coming up, and it's really going to help you move forward. Effort. Environment. Okay, so this could also be a change of environment for you, whether this is moving to a different location or if it's the way that you're perceiving your environment. There could be some kind of change coming up in your environment, and it's almost like with that change, the effort to kind of enter this phase of rebirth, renewal, regeneration, it'll become effortless when you feel like you're in a place that you can just be you. Again, this could also be not even necessarily a physical move, but just an emotional move, changing the way you perceive your environment. We have the card of Moon, which is cycles. The card of Mabon, which is balance. And Earth, grounding. Yeah, so we had grounding here and we had grounding here. So, and also this regeneration card is very much a grounding card as well. Same with the 44 here. And no place like home. Make sure that throughout this year you are taking time to ground yourself, ground your energies. And with this leap card here, it's like she's floating off, and it's almost like don't get too far ahead of yourself because things are constantly changing and evolving. So you want to remain grounded while kind of being this pillar of light for yourself. We have the pillar of light here, but we also have these pillars of light here with the Ace of Cups as well. And Queen of Swords. Yeah, listening to yourself. Look at the light coming off of her third eye there as well. Listening to yourself, knowing that as you move forward throughout this year, I feel like for a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of new ideas that are going to be coming forth. And it's almost like don't get too far ahead of yourself. Don't run away with these ideas. Don't get too overwhelmed and kind of absorbed into all of these different ideas. You need to still remain grounded in this earthly realm because ultimately that is where we are existing. We are existing in this earthly realm. And while we may have all sorts of ideas, they might not all be able to come to fruition right now. They might not be all able to manifest at this time. So it's about putting your effort into things that are, well, for one thing, things that are really exciting to you, but also things that really make sense in terms of, say, business, or in terms of practicality, or in terms of the social needs for yourself and others. Kind of minimize the effort that you need to put out for the return. I feel like you can have a big return on your effort this year, and you don't necessarily need to put in a lot of effort. It's going to be more the mindset that you go into things with, the confidence, the just the essence of trusting yourself as you go into this year. Paradisical, you belong to paradise. That kind of reminds me of like the Magician card, and just trusting yourself, trusting your capabilities. Again, putting in minimal effort for maximum return this year. It's not about working yourself until you absolutely cannot work anymore. Work smarter, not harder, is a phrase that's coming to mind. Okay. Cave, sanctuary, island, solitude. Okay, so making sure you're taking time for yourself, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed, especially if you feel like you've been working too hard. Making sure that you're taking time for yourself, making sure that you are allowing yourself to regenerate physically, mentally, spiritually. And with this moon card, with the cycles, you know, there's going to be time for activity. There's going to be time for effort, but there's also needs to be time for regeneration, recuperation, grounding, right? There's times to celebrate, there's times to dance, and there's times to emerge. You have the dragonfly, emergence. I want to pull another tarot card based on the dragonfly, because we had here, we have the coming to life, we have the emergence, we have regeneration. With the dragonfly, the 5 of Wands. It's something that you've been fighting for. some kind of transformation that you've been actively working for, actively manifesting. It's starting to come to fruition this year. Something that you've been working hard, that you've been thinking about, will be manifesting this year. We have Slippery Elm, which is soothe. Again, that really speaks with the solitude and sanctuary and meditation. Okay. For those of you who picked pile 1, I feel like this year is going to be a lot about balance. Didn't you have a balance card? Yes, we had balance right there. This year is going to be a lot about grounding yourself, taking the time to relax, to calm, to be one with yourself. And then there's going to be times of effort and celebration and really forward movement. But it's what do you do in those in-between stages? That's really going to be important to you. Making sure that you're not always in this state of kind of ecstasy and effort and just keep going and going and going until you've actually absolutely let your tank run dry. I feel like that's what a lot of this is going to be. It's just you are so excited for this effort, for this fight, and not a negative fight, like a positive fight. Like, you are so excited to be able to do this. You're fighting for what you know you want and putting in the effort and all of that. But you have to balance it with this other side of grounding and calming and taking time for yourself. And when you can find that balance is really when the effortless manifestation and the emergence, this regeneration, rebirth, that's when that's going to happen, when we can find that balance. Okay, we have the pig, and the pig says maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Okay, we also have these little cards. So we have wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. Okay, we are talking about putting in effort and putting in a fight. Your adversaries are not there to be against you. Even like this Five of Wands, this card is often thought of as conflict, but other people are not your competition. Other people are not preventing you from doing what you want to do. The biggest block is you. So how can you see those other people not as adversaries, but as opportunities, right? We have the card of advancement, which says a strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. Yes, I've been feeling that whole time, that energy is just bringing you forward. There's something coming to life. Follow this energy, but also remain grounded as you are advancing through this year. And then we have the card of courage, which says, live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. I feel like courage and wisdom really speak well together. It's about knowing that you are capable of doing this, knowing that these opportunities are available to you, and having the courage to know your worth, having the courage to speak your worth and show your worth to other people, to celebrate your worth. This Queen of Stones energy is really standing out amongst all of these cards. I keep looking back at the Queen of Stones and this, or Stones, Queen of Swords, sorry. I feel like it's very interesting though, that, you know, the Freudian slip of me saying stones as opposed to swords, which is very grounding energy, right? But here we have the Queen of Swords with this very illuminated third eye. This is the balance I've been talking about the whole time, making sure you are, you know, remaining grounded while really tapping into this higher self energy. And again, with the moon, the cycles, This might be about working with the lunar cycles this coming year. It could benefit you to, manifest on the new moon and release on the full moon. It could benefit you to be aware of the lunar cycles and how planetary alignments are affecting you. But ultimately, I feel like 2021 for so many of you is going to be about growth on this physical plane and the spiritual plane. Because when you can balance those two and see that you are neither a physical being nor a spiritual being, and that you are ultimately both combined, then this new version of yourself will emerge. A new version who is more confident, more self-assured, more comfortable with themselves. So perhaps your ultimate message is that this year really is about understanding who you are and emerging and letting the world see who you are. It's no longer time to hide behind your physical embodiment. You can come to life and really be who you've always known yourself to be. Okay? So that is your message if you picked pile number 1 for this Welcome to 2021 Tarot and Oracle reading. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit the subscribe button and I will see you in the next video. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Have a fantastic day. Bye. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 2 with the amethyst. So amethyst is an air element stone. Its astrological correspondence is the planet Uranus. And amethyst is a great stone for meditation. Really helps to open up the third eye and connect with the higher self. It's also a very calming stone. It's great for relaxation and helps to calm the mind and to find clarity. So we have lots of cards today, so let's see what your messages are. I want to start with these for you. So we have deep replenishment, treat, rest, be held. So this is a year of replenishing, of resting, and allowing yourself to retreat inwards. We have keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand by you. So I feel like a lot of you who picked this second pile will be doing a lot, or could be doing a lot of meditation and perhaps ancestor work, perhaps even more on a physical plane. This could be doing genealogy research, even just connecting more with your ancestors. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Again, more ancestral work to be done. Working with your ancestors could be done, again, by understanding your family history, or this could be done more in a spiritual sense and not even necessarily ancestors of this earthly realm, but it could be ancestors from other star systems, from other galaxies, and moving on beyond the physical plane of the earth, connecting with doing some astral travel even is something that I'm sensing might be something you want to venture into this coming year. We have Hawthorn, which is harmony. So I sense this ancestor work could bring harmony to you on a spiritual and physical level. We have the card of desire and the card of activation. So I'm sensing that there is this desire to activate your third eye, your desire to connect with potentially other realms, or even just connecting with the higher version of yourself. But that will take time to be able to calm the mind to the point where you can activate these abilities that are within you. And I do feel that they are within you. Protection, set personal boundaries. So as you experiment and play around with perhaps astral travel or meditation, even I'm sensing a lot of you may be going into the realm of witchcraft and spell work as well. Make sure you're taking time to protect yourself, setting up protections for your house, both physically and spiritually. This could be, quartering with, say, tourmaline, or using salt for protection, or also just if you venture into the world of astral travel, making sure that you have some kind of system to return as you desire. We have the card of new life. This is going to be a year of discovering new aspects of yourself. Round and round. And to the sea. I'm really sensing like there's a lot that is this is probably topics that you have been interested in, but hasn't, the moon. This could be topics that you have been interested in, but you haven't really felt confident and comfortable to really explore them beyond just reading or watching videos about them. But as you learn more about yourself, you're starting to wonder like, oh, maybe I do have psychic abilities, or maybe I do have powers beyond what can be explained within this earthly realm. The moon is a card of self-reflection. This could start, this could suggest that it's time to start with shadow work as well. Where is this desire coming from? What is it that you're wanting to discover about yourself by exploring these aspects of yourself? And you may realize that you don't even have to go to other realms to discover new things. With this to the sea card, what came to mind is that we know more about outer space than we do about the deep, dark depths of our own oceans here on Earth. And it's almost like that's how so many of us live our lives. We know so much about the world around us, but we don't take that time to learn about ourselves. The Ace of Wands. Where is that passion, that desire that is coming from within? Where is that coming from? What is sparking that interest, that passion? Slow and steady. There's no rush. Your abilities, your skill set, everything, it's within you. You're not going to lose it. So take your time and really enjoy the process as you move forward. We also have wide open, which is just telling me that you are capable of opening yourself up to more than what we might perceive in this physical realm. Rainbow blessings. Teaching and learning. This may be an opportunity for you to find a mentor. Creativity. To find a mentor, to find someone who will guide you along this journey. You don't have to do it alone. And it may also lead to opportunities where you can become the mentor yourself. With the blessings card here, the rainbow card, it's almost like you have natural abilities. You just have to learn how to tap into them. And it may now be time to reach out and see where you can take those abilities, okay? Round and round here we have cyclical. So it's as you're learning from other people, you can also teach others. And when you're learning, you are both the student and the teacher all at the same time. You will teach your teacher. You will teach the teacher as the teacher teaches you. We have the handfasting, the reunion. So for some of you, this could be a new relationship that's opening up, whether this is on a romantic or sexual level. This could also just be on an intellectual level, like this teaching and learning. So there's that spell card. As I was saying, some of you may be into witchcraft, manifestation. And we have air, imagination. We have a lot of air energy over here as well with the amethyst. So with the imagination, it's making sure that you're listening to yourself, listening to those thoughts that pop into your head and you're like, where did that come from? Okay. And then we have the camel. Be forbearing and patient. Yes, patience will be key for you this year. When you are delving into the unknown, it's not a rush to get there. It's not a rush to get to this card. Is this even on the camera? There's a card that's sticking out and I want to know what it is. The King of Wands. It's not a rush to get to the end. It is a journey, a voyage even, and it will take time. Things don't happen overnight. Things do not just awaken. Your passion might be ignited and awaken overnight, but the journey will take time. We had the card of activation and desire and harmony here. It's about allowing the different phases of this journey to come alive. We need to, you don't just open yourself up fully and rebirth to this new life. Often, there are steps. These, steps will be different for everyone, but, you don't just leap off the cliff. You can take little steps and learn and grow and evolve throughout as you learn new things, as you follow these desires. You just have to make yourself available to learning them. Make yourself available to, oh, that's interesting. I just picked this up. To transcend the current knowledge. This says transcend your mind's limitation and allows your soul's light to truly shine. Yes, you have so much, I'm going to say baggage. It's not necessarily a negative thing, but every single one of us has so much baggage that we hold on to. It is what exists within our shadows, and we have to understand what is there in order to transcend it and to move forward and to be freed from it. We first have to know that it's there and accept that it's there. We don't need to change anything that is within our shadow, but we have to stop ignoring it. And then you have the card of light, which says it is time to reveal your radiant light to the world. Okay? In order to reveal your light to the world, you must first shine the light on yourself. You must see yourself as the being of your imagination, of your desires, and of your dreams. You must see yourself and understand yourself to be that being, because that is who you are. So I feel like this year, for so many of you, for 2021, this year is about connecting with yourself, connecting with your desires. And for this group in particular, it is a lot more on a spiritual level. The last group, if you're interested, was about balancing spirituality and being grounded within this earth. I feel like for those of you who picked this pile, you're very grounded. You understand the ways of the world, and you're fascinated by the more. What more could be out there? What more is there for us? And I feel like through connecting with yourself, through connecting with your ancestors, and transcending this current time-space continuum, you will be able to bring so much more to your existence this year. And now this isn't going to be a walk in the park. This isn't going to necessarily be an easy process, right? That's why we still don't know so much about the depths of our own oceans, because it's easier to get to outer space than it is to explore our oceans. But I challenge you this year to start exploring the depths of yourself as you explore these other realms as well. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit the subscribe button so I can see you in the next video. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Bye. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 3 with the citrine. Now this is a natural citrine, but I do also have a man-made or heat-treated amethyst. This is also known as citrine. I apologize if you can hear my dog snoring. He is tired, apparently. But here is the citrine quartz. Citrine is an air element stone, and its astrological correspondence is the planet of Neptune. Citrine is a wonderful stone for manifestation, especially in regards to money. It is also a very great stone for creativity, okay, and to and self-expression as well, okay. So let's see, what else do we have? We have lots of cards today, and I want to start with your Earth Magic cards. Wind, activation, and tsunami, wake up call. Okay, so something is being activated within you that is waking you up to the circumstances. This could be, with the citrine, this could be financial or job related. This could be realizing that the career that you are in is not for you. Alternatively, this could also be something that happens that makes you be like, yes, this is exactly where I need to be. You might be humming and hawing about whether you actually like your job, but then something might happen that will either reactivate the passion within you and why you started that job in the first place, or something that will tell you, no, it's time to make a change, okay? So I do feel like for those of you who picked pile number 3, first of all, be prepared for some kind of a wake-up call this year. And again, not necessarily positive or negative. It could just be what it is. So it's not something to be afraid of. It's just something to be aware of, okay? We have coming apart, and we have commitment, okay? So it could be a hard year for you, but there are positives. I'm feeling like while there may be struggles in maybe work and finances, and considering the year we've had, I'm sure a lot of you are feeling that, but with the commitment card, I'm feeling like maybe where your work is perhaps not where you want it to be, your relationships are becoming stronger. This could also mean that you're going to be meeting someone this year that you really feel like you have a connection to. Okay, so we have the card of Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, past life. I feel like that is really in connection with this relationship card. It's almost like you're telling yourself that you will not give into the story that you've always been telling yourself about your relationships and whether you're worthy of love or not. It's perhaps this wake-up call is also what is going to allow you to connect with someone else, with a partner. This could be an existing partner, and just waking up and connecting on a new level. We have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Okay, so hard times, but these hard times are going to activate you and allow you to bring in this more positive kind of energy. And then we have trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Okay, and again, is that in relation to this commitment card? Sometimes we have to experience the negative to really understand and appreciate the positive. Sometimes things need to come apart to see the value that was there in the beginning. The Page of Cups. Okay, I'm sensing for a lot of you, this is something new. This wake-up call and activation is going to be bringing in something new, something very positive, something that you're really looking forward to. The Eight of Cups, yeah. You're looking in a new direction this year. Okay. Let's see. We have Minimus, commune with the source. Okay, so you need to really focus on where you want to go. It's almost like you have the opportunity for things to change, and you need to make the decision to actually make the change. No one's going to make this change for you. When you feel the need, when you feel the desire to make this change, I really right now want to support you in making that change. When you feel like this is something that's calling to you, do it. Okay, we have the card of 93, which is happy endings, and the card 11, which is individuality. We also have the 1-1, which is new beginnings, okay? So again, new things coming into your life this year as you begin to trust yourself. I feel like trusting yourself is going to be a huge part of this, and opening yourself up to new opportunities. We have the Cloak, concealment, and we have prosperity. We have prosperity and prosperity here, okay? The Cloak, interesting. I'm not quite sure if it's telling, like, this could be like protection energy. This could also mean that you need to stop hiding. It's perhaps this change, this looking in a new direction is you. Oh, yeah, okay. Speaking of new beginnings, here we have the Fool card. It's feeling like you need to take off this cloak. You need to stop hiding who you are. Because the only way for you to truly be who you are is to remove this concealment, remove what you have been afraid to show, or not removing what you've been afraid to show, but removing the barrier and showing what you've been afraid to show the world. So as you move forward into this next year, don't be afraid to remove the cloak. Don't be afraid to show who you are. When you find yourself moving in new directions, whether it be work, whether it be relationships, whether it just be life in general, don't go into something new being the person that you think they want you to be. Go into new opportunities being the person that you are. You don't need to hide who you are. For when you can really release and allow yourself to be who you are, be the individual that you are, that is when prosperity will truly come into your life. And prosperity on many different levels, not just material gain, but prosperity in love, prosperity in health, prosperity in whatever you need it to be. We have the card of awakening and the card of endurance. Allowing yourself to be yourself does not happen overnight. It does take time, and you do need to allow it to happen, okay? So we have the card of awakening. We also have this unbound card, which again said releasing soul patterns, contracts, past lives. And then we had trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do, right? We had this wake-up call here. So if you are thinking about changing, whether this is changing for a new relationship, changing jobs, changing locations, if you knew you could be supported in whatever you wanted to do this year, what is it that you would do? We have the card of the dove. Spread messages of peace and harmony. And then we have thinker and community. So it's about, again, being supported here. If you could do whatever you wanted and be supported by your community, what is it that you would be doing, right? How can you embrace that energy and trust your community to be there for you? So your last two cards, we have the card of gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. Perhaps part of this awakening and removing the concealing, the confining restrictions that you've put on yourself is to do it through a lens of gratitude. This year may be one where you take the time to really focus on what it is that you do have in this world. It's not about focusing on what you don't have. It's about focusing on what you do have. And maybe that's the wake-up call that you need. Maybe the wake-up call is showing you that all along you had what you needed, what you desired. And then we have the card of blue star. Follow the light of your inner compass, the blue star. It will lead you to the truth that resides within your soul. Okay? It's removing this cloak of concealment, becoming this individual, activating what is inside you, awakening. What other ones did we have, right? The Fool here, it's about trusting that what is inside of you can come out, okay? I feel like for a lot of you who picked this pile, this could be a bit of a difficult venture, okay? Honestly, awakening is never easy. Understanding who you are and coming to terms with who you are and how your experiences have shaped you. It's never easy because you have to look at the deepest, darkest parts of yourself to understand why you've become the person that you have become. We always focus on the positive and the happy memories because that has also shaped our lives, but those are the ones that we are very willing to remember, right? We're always very willing to remember the happy memories from our childhood. We're always willing to remember the happy relationships and the happy experiences, the positive experiences. But sometimes we have to shine light on other areas of ourselves, areas that we have been concealing. These areas are not even necessarily negative, but perhaps situations became negative because of negative reinforcement or even a lack of positive reinforcement. And so instead of embracing aspects of yourself, perhaps you shied away from them. You know, so many people experience things in their childhood where they are excited to share, whether it's an idea, a concept, a creation that they've made, and they don't get the positive reinforcement, they don't get the attention that they thought they deserved for it, and then they shy away from doing that because they just didn't get the recognition that they wanted. But that passion may still lie within you. And I'm feeling like this year could really activate something within you, awaken something within you that ultimately has always been there, but you've just not been paying attention to. Okay? Yeah. The last line on that card is, it's happening. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Everything that you need is within you. It is happening, but you have to trust yourself. I feel like a lot of you are the thinker and perhaps the overthinker. Stop hiding under that cloak and allow yourself to be who you are, for when you can be who you are and trust yourself, trust that you have a supportive community around you, trust that people will support you no matter what, that is when prosperity will really just start flooding your life. But again, it'll take time, endurance, gratitude. It's not going to happen overnight, but we need to be willing to try. Okay? So that is your message if you picked pile number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, please hit the subscribe button so I can see you in the next video. Love, light, and happiness to all of you. Have a fantastic day. Bye.